Well, it looks like I'm live. I'm trying to get set up to get my stream buddy running here. There we go. I'm in Savannah, and that works. So we're going to run live maybe for about an hour. See how things go. It's been an eventful day. I had said I was going to go live earlier today on the way into Savannah, but things just weren't working out this morning. Had a very stressful way on the way in, and then on top of that, I'm literally going down a place to call Alligator Alley. And had high winds on narrow roads with alligators on either side of me. On top of that, I had a broken spoke. So the first order of business was to get to the bike shop in Savannah and take care of that broken spoke. And so finally we did. And so anyhow, we're more or less in the middle of Savannah, but basically headed back out of town, more or less. And we're going to see how that goes. Probably finish up by about 2:30 if the battery holds that long on the GoPro, and it should. Come on in, join the chat. Chat's open. Didn't have so much trouble getting connected this time. But this windy, blustery day, a little frustrating. That slowed me down a lot on top of being on a stressful road. I was going about half speed. And that's the problem right now. Ooh, I got a headwind. Better connection than I did, at least so far, the last time I streamed. Quite a bit cooler today. High temps only around 60. It seems like might be a little bit warmer than that, but with this breeze blowing in your face, boy howdy. Makes it slow. So anyway, we're gonna get an hour in this afternoon. Get headed back out to the other side. Seems like my derailleur is a little out of line for having done the taking it on and off and like that. Sometimes that does happen. I'll have to just check it and get settled for the evening. Savannah, Georgia. Came over the river into a new state today on the East Coast Greenway. Of course, I've been to Georgia, but in Atlanta a lot of times. But I don't recall ever being in Savannah. So anyway, come on in and chat. Chat's up. lot of noise against the microphone. So far, though, seems pretty good. Doesn't seem to be having a lot of problems in terms of feedback. Except I'm not getting feedback. Well, let's see here. There we go. Now I get into my own audio feedback. There it is. Stream Buddy's working though, so I'm getting any chatter information. I'll be hearing you. Gentleman getting the job done back there. Glad for the service workers, they keep things going. Make sure I turn on my red lights. There we go. That's an important thing, but it's always that one last thing that's easy to forget about. Anyway, it's on. Look at that breeze. The good news today is while it is cool, it's really not cold, and we do have abundant sunshine. So if it wasn't for a howling wind, it would really be a nice day. It's a nice day, but it could be a little better. one of the problems I've been having. I say it's a problem. For the last 2 weeks, the mosquitoes have been insufferable, swarming at night, and even sometimes in the morning. This is swamp country, so it's going to be hard to beat the mosquitoes. I just hate to smell like DEET all the time, so I hadn't gotten any. Just hoping that the cooler weather is going to knock them down. This morning there wasn't any mosquitoes getting out in the morning at all. And even though that's probably typical, I've had a few mornings lately where they were swarming in the morning. Yeah, it's causing me to have the sniffles too. We're going to try the sidewalk just because I don't like sidewalks, but this is a narrow road. We'll see if it's tolerable. It's a little bit bumpy. These compression joints aren't laid out nice and even. Then we got the driveway crossings. Hard enough fighting the wind. I believe we're going to have to let that sidewalk go. Found out what that last screechy thing was back in Charleston. That was actually the seat. Police is patrolling the neighborhood, keeping an eye on things. No, that's actually 3. 4. This one's gonna turn his lights on. They got something going on. Let's see, I think it said turn right on this road, but we need to see what that means. I think it's funny you should have to say that, but this... A lot of times when it says right, it means left. And indeed, I need to have it here. the same place, whatever it is the police were headed for. The police were making a silent approach though, so you don't really know. Tooler here, but at least the lanes are not very narrow. Work here. Lord have mercy. Looks like Georgia needs to do some road work. Hopefully when they put repairs on this road, they'll go ahead and put some shoulders in a bike lane. Good news on this road, at least, is that they're not really going too fast, but there is that potential for the squeeze play when they come in from behind and front at the same time. That's what'll get you in trouble. I'm always watching the rear view mirror, and if I see them coming in from behind, then I'm basically prepared to drive off onto the shoulder on the right regardless of what's there if I need to. Of course, that sounds good as long as you don't wait too late. And that's South Carolina before I got into Beach, I think. And a vehicle from the opposing direction, and I don't know if he was past the play and chicken with me, but I had to leave about the same time he pulled over that lane. But anyway, but at least if you have to pull right or to get off the road here, you don't end up in a swamp with alligators like it was this morning. Alligator Alley, that road's called. I didn't see no alligators. I looked though. I don't know what that is. I can't see it. Buy something or something. Drop out there. See, really, but it's hard to, without bouts or latency. Maybe the time to vanish. Goes anyway. Down the. Kind of hard to populate it. North Carolina, sells so strong out. Not all that far out at this point either. We're just going to keep on going with it. Seems to be spotty based on terrain and things, maybe some of these power lines interfere. All right. dog over there saying hello. Little bit hilly. Hilliness is no fun on a bike. On the other hand, might not be quite as swampy, might not be quite as many mosquitoes for that. Hopefully this cooler weather is going to try to knock out the mosquitoes. It probably takes a hard freeze to do it, but they don't like those cool temperatures in the morning either. That's the interstate. What was that, 95 that I just passed over? Something, I don't know what it was. Abundant sunshine. That's a good thing about being out on the roads as opposed to the dedicated greenways. And actually that's one reason that kind of slowed me down from going live, is that extra battery power I get on sunny days. And I've got the solar panel up front today charging the backup battery. But when you've got those dedicated trails, and there's a lot of them, oh, I don't know, north of New York, then you're in the trees. Even if the sun is shining, you're not getting any sunshine. still fighting a headwind. Makes for slow going. Slows me down by 2 or 3 miles an hour sometimes. And you're working harder for that. Watermelon on the side of the road right back there. That's kind of funny. But it was cracked. Ooh, back into some swampy looking areas though here. Talking about this morning having to get a new spoke trued up the back end. The rest of the in this lot so far includes changing out the brake pads and black twice maybe, if you remember. Back and put on some and tires a little bit slower at first until they kind of out maybe in the weather. But packing like this, you got to have a sturdy tire and a sturdy bike. You want it to be faster, you don't want too much tread. But on one of those touring bikes, that's all fine and good. You can, you know, some of those folks are going a lot further on a daily basis. Somebody asked me earlier, take. So, well, some of them go in just a couple of months. Some of them do it in 6 weeks. But and I'll end up taking just about 4 months, which is also generally the outside. I was actually getting ready to speed up a little bit since it's mostly roadways, but then I had to reverse engineer my resources and make sure how things were going to fall, and decided that it's probably just better to keep at my pace. And I may still be going too fast, too far on average. And that's sometimes just how things are spaced out. They're not exactly how you want them to be. But if you get ahead of schedule, it's easier to slow down than it is to catch up. And of course, these back roads are sometimes kind of shady too, as you can see. North or south. Whoops. Playing with the derailleurs there, trying to see where that's rubbing. Let's see here. Must be gonna go somewhere. Apparently I'm across the street. road's going to require full focus, and we've gone just about an hour. I don't know how long this is going to go. But anyway, I am Jim Porter Casey. I'm on the East Coast Greenway, just left Savannah, Georgia, headed more or less toward Jacksonville and then on to Key West, Florida. Y'all come join in, and as I say, we're going to cut this stream today. I'm going to get full focus of this road. It's not going to be an easy day. Thanks for watching. I know you're in the background.